Hello there, everyone. TheAndrata here, and welcome back to episode 52 of our Enigmatica 6 Expert Let's Play series, where today we are getting into some super overpowered enchants, and guess what? We don't use any experience for most of them. How? You're going to have to watch to figure it out. Let's get started. Welcome back, my friends, to another wonderful night here in the world of TheAndrata, where we're going to start out with taking a quick nap as always. Where today you can kind of see we're missing a few things on our hotbar here, and we're missing some stuff, and we got some new shiny stuff, and we got stuff. Yeah, I want to talk about something freaking awesome that we have going on. First off, I want to check my Amadron. I still need to get this set up. We're going to talk about the Amadron survey tools in a moment, but I just want to check out and see anything interesting. Medium machinery schematics. Oh, that requires the engineer school project. I was like, wait a minute, what? I can just buy this for emeralds right now and then skip like 90% of the pack, but no. Okay. And then heavy machinery schematics, which is engineering school upgrades. Okay. Quick charge 2, anything good. Self-repeating inauspicious revolver drum. That sounds interesting, but not anything that I want right now. And chat box. Left control for description, but it doesn't work. So, okay, cool. All right. Just wanted to check to see what we got. Okay. So anyway, you can see I'm missing stuff. I'm missing my armor. Where is it all at? Well, let me show you. So in between episodes, I went ahead and did the thing that I said I was going to do. And I set up a vacuum chamber for all of our enchants. I went ahead and crafted another set of these assemblers. And I want to point this out, okay? Because it's been mentioned in the comments a couple times that this was unnecessary. However, for the sake of auto crafting in the future, I went ahead and crafted 2 separate assembly lines, right? We have a laser and we have a drill. Because if we take a look at compressed iron, for example, a compressed iron block, right? If we look at the usage of a block of compressed iron in our assembly controller, it has 2 recipes. If I put a block of compressed iron in here and I drill it, I will get 20 pressure chamber valves. If I put a block of compressed iron in here and I drill and laser it, I'm going to get advanced pressure tubes. It is 2 different recipes. It requires it being drilled and lasered for this, and this requires it being just drilled. Is it necessary 100%? Really, technically, I should probably have 3 to reach every recipe, because there are certain recipes that are going to be duplicated between the machines, where like if I put this CPU Core EX2000 in here, if I drill it, I get something different than if I laser it. And there's a couple recipes in here that are like that, which necessitates, is that the word? The need, it makes you need to have separate units. And now that I looked at that assembly or the advanced pressure tubes, that requires you to have the dual assemble thing. So we may end up having to set up a 3rd one here and then having it, do the thing here as well. But we could set that up like right here probably, and it would be fine. I imagine that would be okay. But yeah, so for auto crafting's sake, we're going to set this up so that when I need compressed iron to turn into pressure chamber valves, I can just have it come into here and do the thing, or yada, yada, yada. We'll figure things out as time goes on. Maybe I don't need it. Maybe how often are we going to make pressure chamber valves? I don't know, but we have it. It wasn't terribly too expensive or difficult to make the 2. It was the iron, the diamond drill bit is the hardest part there, which isn't really too difficult to make. So yeah. Anyway, we're going to talk about the awesomeness that is the vacuum enchanter. Okay. So what you can do is, let's see here. Do I have anything? Yes, I left this here for you guys to be able to see. So what we can do is you set up a vacuum chamber. So this is just simply a 3x3x3 square, or a cube, 3x3x3 cube, with just glass. It's got a valve in the back, an input and an output, and that's basically all that we have. And I have it set up here so that we have pressure coming over here, and then we have a vacuum pump sitting here, set up correctly. Positive pressure comes here, it sucks out, and then negative pressure in here, and we're at negative 0.99 bar inside of this pressure chamber. And that's just tapping into over here. By the way, I routed the power or the pressure for this underground, so that way it's, out of the way. It just runs all the way over to there. Okay. So we have that set up. I also want to mention and point out real quick that I did set up omnidirectional hoppers on the back of these. It was mentioned before by Redanosaurus that I should. They can move items faster and I believe they can even be speed upgraded to move even faster. Yeah. Speed upgrade, so we can have them input faster. Right now it can move 2.5 items per second, and that can be sped up, but these can be, as you can see, rotated. I can rotate this part, so I can say, hey, I want you to export to the top and then export to the bottom, and right now it's going to pull from the barrel because that's the open side. If you know anything about the hopper, you know the big side is the input, the little side's the output. So you can rotate these around, and you can do so very simply with a pneumatic wrench. So if I wanted to rotate this, I just right click to rotate the big side, and then I shift right click to rotate the little side. Got it? Good. Okay. Anyway, so all you got to do is set this up, give it negative pressure, put your item in there, and then a book, or in this case, 2 books, because there's 2 enchants. The only caveat with this is that it only does 1 enchant at a time. But basically, you can see there, it did a thing, and we got rebounding off of those boots. I'm going to end up getting the boots back here, and then we can just go ahead and place that back in there. And bada bing, bada boom, Bob's your uncle. We're going to get another enchanted book for the unbreaking, and then our boots are going to be emptied as soon as it finishes transporting. And there we go. And we got 2 books. So with that being said, I went ahead and pretty much cleared out, if we go back home, I cleared out these chests of any of the good armor. You can kind of see everything's unsorted. It's just all kind of a mess. I grabbed all of our books. I tested extracting affixes off of items and everything. I actually forgot this existed here. I might want Nature's Mend. I don't know what's better. Is Nature's Mend better, or is Mending better? I imagine Nature's Mend is better because it's pulling from just the aura in the world, versus Mending requiring you to get experience. So I imagine Nature's Mend is going to be better overall for us. Is that a safe assessment and everything? I'm going to go ahead and get these enchants stripped off of this thing. And what was your enchantability? And 113% critical hit damage. That's awesome. We're going to put that onto our sword. I'm going to strip the thing off of that. Anyway, let's go ahead and drop this in here with 2 books. Yes. So we're going to go ahead and throw that in there. Not that. And having messed that up, I'm now going to have to rotate this. This is the only caveat. If you rotate or you mess up, you got to go in here, and now you got to export all items. I did put a couple speed upgrades in here, by the way, because it was just a little slow. Give me my books back. And then the enchanted book should come out. And we can switch that back to crafting. Okay. I don't want you. I wanted you two. So you and you. Okay. So that's that. And then over here, this is our chest with all of the junk that we've had come out of these crafts, or whatever we're going to call this, our process here. And I did see, I think, Nature's Mend here. Repairs tools using aura. Kind of like that idea. So over here in this chest is where we're going to find all of our armor and all of our items. And I've gone through, I've been working and trying to get everything as good as we can. I did go ahead and get our Paxel already set up because it was about to, it only had like 30 durability left. So I went ahead and did this as my test object and everything. But as you can see, we got a pretty bad Paxel, if I do say so myself. What's going on here? You need to be run through again. So our Paxel currently has Efficiency 6, Fortune 6, Soulbound, Mending, Unbreaking 5, Teleportation, and Range 7. Now, the Teleportation and the Range 7 is for something that we haven't set up just yet, but we can set up the Ender Anchors, the Travel Anchors right here, which is just this recipe. And then we'll be able to teleport back and forth to them without having to use our waystone to go back and forth. I can just look out here, right click, and travel over to them. So that's going to be kind of handy. I don't know how much range 7 is going to give us, but we had it on I think it was like a shovel or something like that. So I got it. We're good to go there. So we have this. You're going to see here, I do also have these 2 books, Ancient Tomes, where we can increase our fortune up to fortune level 7. And I can increase our unbreaking up to max of level 6. So we're going to apply those. And then we have all of our items, right? So I have a helmet here that I had found in one of those chests that is mythic and unbreakable. And that's what my goal is mythic unbreakable tools, because I don't have to worry about mending and I don't have to worry about unbreaking, right? So we have a helmet here, Etemin's Reinforced Refined Glowstone Helmet of Tenacity of Latent Magic. Fantastic there, Etemin. So what we're going to put on this is Gourmand, Respiration, Mana Regen, Reach, Protection 6, Insight, and Soulbound. So that way we can have this. And you might be thinking, Andrata, that's a lot of experience. Like, what? You're going to do that? That's a lot of experience to go onto this bad boy. My friends, I have a solution for this. We'll talk about it in a second. So for our chest piece, we have Mia's Ironclad Reinforced Cuirass of Tenacity. That's what I've been using for a while now. So we're going to put Mana Boost, Icy Thorns, Protection 6, and Soulbound on that. We have Odin's Ironclad Pants, best pants that I have available to me. It is what it is. But we're going to get Mana Regen, Protection 5, Unbreaking 5, Mending, and Soulbound. And then our boots, we're going to apply an affix to it because it doesn't have anything. That's going to give us a max health of 2.84 and an additional 4.14 armor. And then Mana Boost, Stable Footing, so that when we're flying, we don't have a mining no mining penalty. Fire Protection 7, Unbreaking, Mending, and Soulbound. Our sword, we're going to figure out how to enchant this because this has to be enchanted separately out of Tetra. But I want to remember, we got Scavenger from the Amadron tablet, and I went ahead and combined those. I did have a looting on one of those items that I had. Sweeping Edge, Ender Disruption 7, sure, why not? Vorpal, one of the best enchants possible. Nature's Mend and Soulbound. I don't know if this is going to be able to apply on there, but we'll see. These two are the only things that need mending. Everything else was unbreakable. And then, and Sharpness 7. I ran out of spots. Sharpness 4. And then on our Flux Capacitor, I want to apply Holding just so that it can hold more power. And we're going to do our little experiment here with our Flux Capacitor, okay? So with positive or negative pressure, we can extract enchants, right? So what does positive pressure let us do? As you may have guessed, it allows us to apply enchants. So I just put my Flux Capacitor in there, and I'm putting Holding 5. Those two are going to do their thing. The pressure is going to do the thing. The pressure is going to make me a liar. Well, the pressure is making me a liar. You know what? Maybe we don't have enough pressure. That might be actually a thing. I ran out of LPG in here. So I'm going to go ahead and scoop out some. It's possible that it wants us to have more pressure to be able to do this. Kick on. Yes, I know. I could use like a mechanism bucket to do this and put it in bucket mode, but it is what it is. We're already there. I already did the thing. Let's go ahead and kick you on. How do I kick you on? I don't even remember. Seriously. I just do that? Yeah, okay. That does that. And then we can kick this on and let this start processing some of these things. No, there's nothing to process there. Okay. Well, this is doing that. This is pressurizing itself. I'm going to go ahead and TIAB this, which means time in a bottle. Let this thing hurry up. And maybe this has to be at 4. Why? I don't know why it was doing that. Insert valid items. Okay, well, maybe it doesn't work with that. I did test this earlier. It worked. I promise, I'm not a liar. Maybe it just doesn't want to work with the this thing, the Flux Capacitor. You can get Holding on you, right? Reactive, Holding, and Soulbound. Yeah. I don't know why it's not working with this guy, but as you can see, I've done this. I have 4 books in here. I already did this once. All right, well, let's try it with Etimon's thing, Bob. We don't need Nature's Mend on this. I don't know why that was there. So let's see. What is the most important enchant that we want onto this? Probably Protection. So we're going to do Protection first. So if I put Etimon's and the Protection book in here, is that going to work? Yes, look, it did it. The helmet is glowing. And we have Protection on there. And guess how much experience that cost me? None. You see, I still got 25 levels. So if I put this in here and I put, it's our second most important. Let's do Insight, I guess. Get more experience. Boop. It put it on there. And there we go. Protection 6 and Insight 3. And now if we put it in there along with, let's do Reach. Let's get some more Reach. I don't know if Reach is a helmet enchant, though. All right, so let me show you this really quick, too, by the way. You actually don't need to have that facing. It'll actually pull out of there, even though it's not facing it. So I'm just going to leave that sitting like that for now. Okay, so Reach doesn't go onto helmets. Probably a chest piece thing is what I'm going to think. But we'll put the helmet in here. And then what about mana regen? Let's get some more mana. Items didn't display, but oh, you know why? I didn't do this. And you get the book back, by the way. Just throwing that out there. You get your book back. There we go. Mana regen is applied. Boop. Give me my book or my helmet. So this is awesome. This is like an absolute fantastic, cheesy, great, wonderful way of enchanting, and it costs no experience to do this, just pressure. So when you get up to this point and you're able to enchant, or you have a pressure chamber going, heck yeah. Like, look at this. Look at this OP helmet that we are going to have, and it costs absolutely no experience for us to do this. And lastly, let's go ahead and apply Soulbound so that when we die, it comes back into our inventory. Because you know we're going to die, right? And there we go. So we now have a helmet that is unbreakable, by the way, that gives us Protection 6, Insight 3, Mana Regen 5, Gourmand 4, Respiration 4, and Soulbound. I call that an absolute win. Like, that is absolutely fantastic. And we can do the same with all of our other stuff. And so I'm not going to make you guys watch me do all these again, but I'm going to go ahead and do it and get all of these going. And we're going to try and put reach on this. Let's see. The order I would like these to be in is like so. Yeah, Icy Thorns is great, but I just want to make sure that we're going to do this properly. And like, as you can see, if an item's already enchanted, it doesn't matter. It can still apply the enchant to the item. So freaking fantastic. Enigmatica, you have now become one of my absolute favorite mods when it comes to like enchanting. On top of that, Enigmatica does have some pretty darn good armor in and of itself that we can get into. Not anytime soon. Enigmatica's armor is gated. I can almost 2000% guarantee that the Enigmatica helmet. Let's just look for the helmet. The pneumatic helmet is an assembly controller of an unpacked pneumatic helmet assembly package, or the packed version. Oh, okay. Which is a compressed iron helmet, printed circuit board, air canister, cardboard box. Actually, it's not too difficult. Hazmat helmet. Actually, to be honest, it's really not that difficult to craft this. I bet you where it's going to get difficult is like these things. Eternal Crystal, Vortex Cannon. That's not expensive. Rune of Summer is going to be the issue there. Eternal Crystals, Atom God Shards. It's honestly not that bad. Ether Gas, Lightning Charges, Sky Slime Crystals, Mechanism. So it would require us to get into Mechanism. The Tier 1 jet boots really isn't too bad. Anyway, we'll figure that out later. I'm having fun enchanting stuff right now. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and get all of our gear enchanted. Then we're going to talk about our sword and see what we can do with that, because that is going to require experience. And our sword has limited enchantability as it is right now. So there's a possibility we may be getting a different sword, because enchanted sword, I don't know. We'll see. We're going to have to see how to increase magic capacity on a Tetra sword. I don't know. But there we go. Protection 6, Mana Boost 5, Reach 3, Icy Thorns 3, and Soulbound. And now, look, I can access these blocks, too. I can access all the way to up here. Freaking fantastic. We'll be back. Real quick, I just want to show you guys the boots, because I don't think I mentioned that. So my boots are just standard diamond boots that we had gotten from the end cities that I had pulled all the enchants off. And then I wanted to apply an affix from it. So what I did was I took one of these items here. For example, let's grab, sure, whatever. We don't need to, we're not going to actually do it. But this is a uncommon, and you can see that it's green and it says uncommon. So all we have to do is get a uncommon affix tome. And if you remember, we find these in the Apotheosis Towers. If we enchant this with it, or while we combine it with it, we'll get our affix off of it, which is armor 3.8. It will destroy the item, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, so I had gone ahead and did that. I don't remember what it was. It doesn't matter what item that you take it off of. It was like a pair of pants or something like that I pulled this from. But this is now going to turn our boots into ironclad diamond boots of tenacity. So it's going to take us from 3 armor and 2 toughness to 7.14 armor and 2 toughness, plus an additional 2.84 health on top of it. So we can go ahead and do that. It's going to cost us 24 levels. We have 25 available to us, and that's that. So I'm going to go ahead and continue enchanting. I got my pants all taken care of. Now I just need to go get some experience, which we're going to work on getting a mob farm and stuff set up too sometime soon, because it's going to be needed very soon. You may have seen that I had a pyramid set up for, or a waystone for a pyramid. We need to go explore a pyramid and get a wraith spawner and do the thing. So yeah, anyway, let me finish this up. We'll be back. Okay, so helmet, chest piece, pants, boots. Now the cool thing is too, with like, for example, like this is uncommon, this is epic for our tier, though it doesn't say epic. We can combine affixes too. So if I wanted to add, if I found another affix, like say for example, for whatever reason I wanted to take the affix off of this, keep in mind that when you take the affix off, the unbreakable does not come off with it. If I wanted to apply this to this, I absolutely can, and that would make this gain the extra increased armor and toughness and health that this is giving us, and it would apply it to this, so it's additive essentially. I don't know if you can do mythic to mythic. You might just be able to do mythic, epic, uncommon, rare, or whatever, but that's that. So let me go ahead, let's enchant this guy, and if we go ahead and look at our tome appreciate, we have 65 levels, and that is 65 like levels of experience. So like right now I just used 5. That didn't even, you know, it's based off of the XP value, not necessarily how much XP there actually is. So that can now hold 1.75 million from 100,000 or 500,000. So that's great. Plus it can still be upgraded with the upgrades that thermal offers to hold even more storage. So it's a good battery. Okay, so we're going to ignore our Enderium sword for the moment, other than the fact that I want to upgrade Sweeping Edge here to level 6. That's going to require 30 levels of experience, so we can do that. Now, check this out. When we use 30, still 62. That only used 3 levels worth of experience. It's crazy how much experience this thing, like how much experience is a level. Does that make sense? So that gets us Sweeping Edge 6. And then for our Paxel, I want to go ahead and bump up our numbers here too as well, since we happen to get these ancient tomes. So now we're going to have Fortune 7 on this from Fortune 6. Bam. And then we can do this, which is 30 levels, to get Unbreaking even higher on that. Which I do want. I don't want our Paxel to break, you know. I already had one break on me before, or something happened. I don't know. My Tetra one disappeared. So now we have Unbreaking 6 on this. Unbreaking is going to be maxed out. We don't have to worry about this breaking for a while. Plus, it's got Mending. So it's pretty much, we'll call this an indestructible tool. So that's that. Now, for our sword, we need to figure out how to actually enchant here with Tetra, because our sword is great. 14 damage. It has capturing 5 currently on its durability is it's there. We can fix it with Enderium and everything. That's fine. However, if I were to go to enchant this, right? Obviously, all of these enchants are eligible to go into this slot. Is there anything eligible to go into this slot? Only Nature's Mend, which actually I don't want to use. Looked up Nature's Mend. Nature's Mend requires you to have an aura cache created, which isn't too difficult actually, other than the infused rock, which requires the crimson altar, which we're going to have to set up eventually. But you have to fill up your aura cache and then hold your item and shift right click in order to get your stuff going. I don't know if it's necessarily worth it, so we're not going to do Nature's Mend. If anything, I can put Mending on it and we'll be okay. So that's that. So if I go to enchant this, right, and I were to put Scavenger on this, look at my magic capacity. It's going to drop from, does it say my capacity anywhere else? No. Okay. But anyway, we're going to lose 178 magic capacity. This is going to take away 57. This is going to take away 57, 44, 68, 58, and 26. To be honest, we might be okay. Leave us with 224. What are my most important things? Man, this Scavenger is really actually quite wanted. If I remove the Enderium ring, it would slow us down, and I could add a gem to this. You know what I've never done? is I should have some of these geodes. I should have more geodes, actually. I don't know where all my geodes are. These geodes are something that you can get from Tetra when you mine, and you can actually break them open with a hammer. Bam. And get random things out of them. We didn't get anything good, so that's okay. I was hoping for like a pristine gem or something like that. Like if we look at like a diamond. Oh, not at diamonds. Diamonds. There was nothing else from Tetra, right? I didn't have a special diamond or anything. I believe a diamond will add magic if I were to socket this, right? Lowers durability, lowers quickness. Oh, what do you do? Increases damage a little bit. Honestly, no idea. Maybe it's an emerald. I'll have to look into it and see what exactly we can do here. Anyway, okay. So let's start enchanting. We're going to hold off on scavenger, I guess, and we'll imply everything else and then go from there. So this is going to require 3 levels to do. So we're going to do 3 and good to go. And then sweeping edge is going to require 6. I like sweeping edge because it can hit more enemies at once. And then we're going to do sharpness, 4 levels. And then Ender Disruption, Vorpal, and Soulbound. Let's do Ender Disruption or Vorpal. I don't know if I really need Ender Disruption. It inhibits teleportation of Ender mobs, but I mean, if we one-shot them, does it really matter? You know what I'm saying? So there's Vorpal, and then the last is Soulbound. Now, if it's a difference between Soulbound, yeah, or Scavenger, I'm going to go Scavenger. If we have to loot our corpse for our sword, that's okay. Because Scavenger, mobs killed may roll their loot tables twice, coupled with looting. I think that's going to be much better overall for us. And look at that. Sweeping Edge 6, Capturing 5, Sharpness 4, Vorpal 3, Scavenger 3, Looting 3, all on our sword. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. Kind of want to like just smack all my cows and stuff, but I don't think that would be a wise idea. But we can just smack this spider. Bet you we'll one-shot the spider. And look at that. Bam. Spider eyes, string, all kinds of stuff. Mr. Enderman. Actually, I can look at Enderman without them getting angry at me. Creepers don't explode near me, but they do get one shot. Enderman get one shot. That other Enderman disappeared. And, oh yeah, I can put the critical hit thing on this too. We do 17 damage, plus we have Vorpal. That's probably what caused the thing. Oh, we can make, is that possible? Can I make this a Uber sword? Because this has 113% critical hit damage. Which means that, like, Vorpal and stuff, look, oh, and Vorpal gets us heads too, which is great. What tier are you? You are rare. Because it's blue. Blue text is rare. So if I were to put this in here, or no, not that. This and this, 18 levels to extract this critical hit. So this and this. Do I need to enchant this here? No. What about here? Oh, I can put Nature's Men there. Okay, so that doesn't work. But can I enchant it here? I can. I don't know how that works though. Blood-seeking Enderium Sword. Because like if I go to repair this, is that going to strip off this? I know that's an issue with Tetra, and I wouldn't want to risk stripping off. Well, you know what? Do I have any Enderium? Let me repair this real quick. Do I have any mending? I can't. I don't have any more ability to put any enchants on this thing. I need to increase magic capacity. How do I increase magic capacity, guys? I probably could look in my book. I just need a little bit. I'll take a little less damage to increase magic capacity so I can increase damage. Still doesn't say what it does, though. It is not known how material properties translate into stats for this module. Pristine Emerald. And the only way to get these is from Tetra, right? Yields increased bonus when used for item improvements, can be shattered at a workbench. Drops are affected by the fortune enchant. Oh, it's just drops are affected by the fortune enchant. All right, give me a second. Let me see if I can look these up. Okay, so I did look up, and it says something about Hone Guild can hone the magic capacity of a module. So I had 4 of these or 6 of these. I had 6 guild 1s. I combined them all together. You just combine them in your crafting grid, and I got guild 3. Now this is schematic intricate, has to be placed directly on top of a workbench to function, but I don't know how to do that. Like, do I put it here? Do I need to like put it there? And then I can guild this? How do I guild it? Let me guild it. I guild you. Yes, my friend, gilded. Or do I need to have a honing available? If that's the case, we can take care of that. I want to figure this out before we go because I want to get more enchants. I need a few levels. We can go to bamboo. I can bamboo. Like we can farm up some bamboo here. A leaf cutter ant and get a honing available. I have Enderium. We can repair this. No problem. There we go. Okay, honing available. Let's go ahead and go home. And now, do I just put this up like I did, you know, all of our other stuff? Do I just put this here and I put this here? Hone hooked, serrated, tempered, speed. And now it says a module. What do I have in here? I have a ring. Tweaking unavailable. Progression towards honing is good to go. Legit. How do I do this? I want to be able to apply more enchants. Magic capacity. Wait, what? Oh, that's for that hilt. That's for that item, right? Because each item has its own magic capacity. Like this is out. How do I use this? It says it has to be placed directly on top of a workbench to function. Huh. You gonna function now? Yeah, I don't know. All right, one more try. Ah, there we go. Okay, you right click on the wall. It's like a little banner, and I couldn't do it over here because the rack was in the way. Now, does this need to move down? We'll find out. If it does, I can go ahead and do that. Potentially, because I'm not seeing anything special here. Let's remove the rack. Let's take that. Get out of here, rack. Get out of here, rack. We're going to put this here. And now, can I? Aha, hone guild 1. And this is on the blade, right? So I can do that. I need gold nuggets. Okay. But I can increase it up to level 3 nuggets. Bamboo. Let me just get rid of this stinking bamboo. All of this stuff can go away. Oh, we're learning how to enchant with Tetra today, folks. Gold nuggets. And a level 3. We have it. And I need 3 experience levels. There we go. Bam. Level 3. And now we can put on, what was it? Soulbound? Almost. Wow, that didn't bring it back up. It didn't bring it up a lot now, did it? 12 out of 533. Well, that's okay. So now we know how it works, though. So I may be able to put Ender Disruption and Soulbound onto this. We can get it going. I'm just going to go ahead and farm some more honing and then get this thing leveled up. So that's what I'll do in between episodes. And maybe we'll come back and we'll have that all done without me having to do this special enchant. Because I don't want to do this yet until I can get everything done. Because I'm afraid that I'm going to lose the enchant. I think I have something over here with mending on it though, right? I don't know if mending can go on this, but I would like to have mending. Tell me I have something else with mending. I might have a mending book out in the other place. I'd have to go look. Anyway, that's going to be it for today's episode. So if you enjoyed our dive into enchanting and the power of Pneumaticraft enchanting, first time ever using it, and it is freaking awesome. Please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, tips, tricks, anything like that. Let me know. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.